We've officially experienced the first week of Donald Trump's America. In this first week, we've had a lot of different changes like repeals of civil rights acts, rollbacks on DEI programs, cuts to social programs, and freezes of different grants, financial opportunities, and, everything like that from the national government. And one of the top issues right now to voters, one of the top issues right now that is really getting some headlines is the mass deportations campaign. About 5 months ago, I did a video on why it was a bad idea, and clearly people didn't watch that because we're doing mass deportations. Once Trump took office, the deportation count went from 200 a day to 400 a day to now 1,200 a day. This is violating human rights as they are detaining people without papers. They are going into people's homes. They are going into schools, churches to detain and deport anyone they deem as a undocumented immigrant. One of my first legitimate concerns is that in this process to deport as many people as possible, Trump's administration has violated the 4th and 14th Amendments. And if you don't know what those are, the 4th Amendment basically means that the people of the United States have the right to be secure in their persons, in their homes, and their papers, and that they can't just be searched without reason. They can't just be berated with their papers declined like a veteran recently had done to them. Donald Trump's administration has also gone against the 14th Amendment, which is essentially birthright citizenship, that if you are born in the United States, in our soil, you are a citizen. Not only is this taking away the citizenship of many Americans who otherwise would be given the right to be here, not only does it violate the Constitution, but it also alienates a lot of tribal communities in our country. The Navajo Nation specifically have now been, up in the air as to if they really have citizenship now, because though their parents are citizens, they technically aren't born in the United States. So does that count? That's what the Trump administration is trying to battle in the courts right now. There is a clear vested effort with this illegal immigration movement, or whatever you want to call it, to get people out as quickly as possible and as many of them as possible. And in doing that, it's almost inevitable you're going to violate human rights and you're going to destabilize everything. Trump has already started ruffling the feathers of Mexico by sending planes of just undocumented people to their country and just leaving them there, which Mexico ended up denying, souring relations between our two countries. And then Trump additionally also almost started a trade war with Colombia over the same issue, where we wanted to park our planes full of undocumented people into their country, just send them off and fly our planes back. And Colombia, for a little bit, denied that. And it almost started a trade war where, if we had a trade war with Colombia, caffeine would be about 50% more expensive. So I wouldn't have liked that. There seems to just be a lot of dehumanization going on with this whole undocumented, illegal, whatever you want to call it, issue. I'm noticing it a lot more. Particularly, one of the most deranged things I've seen so far has been the White House's Instagram page going and posting about 8 to 10 undocumented people. So they posted, I'll show them up on the screen now, but they basically posted a Mexican man convicted of raping a child, another Latin brown man suspected of being a terrorist, MS-13 gang member, another Mexican guy wanted for murder, another Mexican guy possession of fentanyl, another Mexican guy or South American guy convicted of sexual abuse and kidnapping. I understand if we want to look for people, if we want to go on a search for people who committed crimes and justifiable searches for that. This is not a justifiable search. These are people who, yes, they did commit crimes, but they are all of a specific ethnic descent. Let's say here, Ice Phoenix, they're looking for someone, which is one of these posts. You do not need people in Maine, Ohio, and Minnesota on the search for him. They're not going to find him. This is a vested propaganda effort by the White House and by the Trump administration to paint a picture that every Mexican who is not here in the right way is more prone to being a rapist, is more prone to being a DUI, is more prone to being a murderer or a gang member or a terrorist. They are intentionally trying to shift blame in this sense towards the criminals, the animals. Because if these people are animals, if they're no longer humans, then it justifies anything that they want to do. It justifies illegal detainment. It justifies illegal deportation. It justifies this type of Red Scare hunt that we have after these people right now. So I would just like to make everybody consider that before, before you judge on who's a criminal and who's not and who's good and who's bad. That is by far my biggest stressor. Now, on top of that, the Senate has also put forward Pete Hegseth. You know, he's the new Secretary of Defense. He now leads the military. He also allegedly beat his wife, allegedly doesn't think that women should be in the military, allegedly drank at the workplace constantly, and allegedly wants a theocracy and thinks that the founding fathers were wrong in founding a democracy. So that's also another great, wonderful thing to look forward to. So, you know, we have the Elon Musk hail. That's another thing. But so far, it looks like, you know, just a wonderful first week of the Trump presidency. Yeah, we also have the United States cut access to the World Health Organization, so if the bird flu starts going out, we have no way of tracking that or knowing. The public won't even know. We'll just start getting bird flu left and right. We left the Paris Climate Accords, so goodbye to our future with the environment. It's going to be horrible. We're going to drill, baby, drill. Drug prices are also rising. Trump additionally cut different programs for Medicare and Medicaid, which I also said he was going to do. And Trump additionally made about a few billion from a crypto coin that he made, in which you can't track any donation sources. So for all we know, that money could have come from like any country, monarch, oligarch. Anyone could have funded that because he magically just got multiple billions of dollars off it and then pulled the coin. His wife did the same. And now, you know, welcome to Trump's America. We're in a great direction right now. The Ukrainian war still hasn't been settled. The Israel-Palestine conflict has not been settled yet. So, you know, we're in a great spot so far. But yeah, that's my stance so far. You know, that's just some of what's going on if you are not from the United States, or if you are from the United States. These are all important things to know. Oh, also, the White House, before I leave, the White House took down the Constitution on their website, so I would recommend, you know, just having a PDF of it for you, print it out maybe. Just make sure you have some access to it in case. But that's my video. That's it for today. I have more videos that don't rely specifically on American politics that I have coming up soon. I think you're gonna like them, but I just wanted to give everyone an update on this first week because a lot happened. So, yep.